Hi, everyone. It's Linda G. Wanted to do a little short video. Today, thank you guys for your questions. Today is, hold on, I just went blank. Today's the 19th of December, 2023. And thank you guys again for your questions. I'm going to have Andre on Friday. I'm doing my Bunko Christmas party tomorrow at my sister's house. So, okay, let's do this. A lot of you guys are just saying happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Thank you to you guys for all that. Just now, before I started this, I had on MSNBC trying to get any new stuff because the judge is supposed to come back with the verdict. Is it Colorado to see if Trump will be able to be on the ballot? I don't know if it's Colorado. Hold on one second. It's Colorado, it's North Carolina, it's everywhere, Michigan, and all of them said he could still be on the ballot. Let me tell you what the problem is here. He hasn't actually been convicted of being an insurrectionist yet. He will be, but not yet. And I almost feel the judge is saying, look, if the people don't want him, don't vote for him. So I'm not seeing, yay, he can't be on the ballot. I'm sorry, you guys. He's done so much harm, but almost legally, I feel that their hands are tied. So that's the answer to that question. I want to go into a deep dive about Navalny again, because I just had on MSNBC and they were saying so we still don't know where he is, but he's still alive. I felt that. I remember I heard a very faint voice saying, I'm down here. So they have him someplace where he's very isolated and he knows they're totally wrong. Isn't that just so cruel? You know, Putin had the one guy that ran against him assassinated, shot dead, then acts like, oh, I will find out who did it. And it was him. He's a two-faced. He's not going to do very well on the other side, you guys. Not very well at all. Tell me what I can tell everybody about Navalny. Please give us the truth and only the truth. Tell me about Navalny. I did hear he will not serve out the full 19 years they gave him. I did hear that. I see him coming out. Hopefully it's alive, but I do feel he won't because I don't think Putin will be around. And because the United States will be very mad if a hair is harmed on the top of his head. Yeah, he's stuck somewhere and he's not feeling well. And he's very depressed, but I hate to say it, 4 weeks, 4 months, we'll celebrate with news of Navalny. He's kind of in a dark place right now, you guys. He could be very sad, but you know, hopefully he has material to read or just to pass the time, because once 4 weeks, 4 months pass, there's some good news coming. Okay. He's telling me he's okay. Right now he's okay, but he's worried about his family because he knows they're worried sick about where he is. They kind of got a hint, someone on the inside blab, but you know, with total secrecy, but someone from the inside blab. Thank you guys. You guys have a good holiday too. Well, that's interesting. Kathleen said, I hope you are well. Can you ask your guides, how do we stay in the light when people and pets frustrate us? How can we be better? Well, just stand down, step away. Not everybody's a pet lover or a people lover. Just stand down. You know, pets can be real, you know, jumpy, and my Moochie was she was mean. He was mean. He was so pretty, he looked like a sheep. But just know that stand down. It's okay. Don't put yourself through hell saying, why can't I get along? You don't have to get along. You can just not be so agitated. Just say, hey, look, that's your deal. You love animals. I don't. Sorry. That's all you got to do. You have a right to not like. Let's see what else they're saying. Yeah, they're still saying that he's still isolated and they don't know where he is. Oh, yes, Moon and Stars. I want you to know, definitely. Let's look. That the High Court, well, the justices will rule that Jack Smith petition that Trump can't say presidential immunity. I got to tell you something else after this. Jack kind of needs to know sooner than later. And I feel two justices are tying it up because they know it's not the answer they want. If it was no, they'd have thrown it out there right away. Like, oh, no, he can have immunity. But the reason it's taken so long because they know that's going to go on their side. So somebody's taking their time or somebody's holding it up. But I feel like we get to find out. Okay. Whoa. Oh, people, wishes come true. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, they will vote on the side. Two people are very upset, though. Let's guess who it is. Two people are very upset. But what I want to tell you, let me throw on it real quick. I feel Thomas going straight downhill. I feel like he's not doing well at all. Didn't we say maybe even by next spring? Let's take a look, see. Justice Thomas, and he wasn't getting paid enough, by God, but he got his rich people to help him. He just really thought he should make more than 300,000 a year. Us peons we don't deserve that, but he deserves that. Justice Thomas. Why am I getting hits on Justice Thomas? Why am I getting hits on Justice Thomas? Why am I getting hits on Justice Thomas? Here we go. He's not well. He's not feeling very well. So light is upon him, which means there's a lot of things coming out, even more things, and he's traveling over difficult waters, bumpy and difficult. Fortune's fate is reversed, okay? And his money situation is reversed. He doesn't think it's anybody's business. Look at this, you guys. Oh my God, he's got the coffin and the death card. I don't want him to physically exit, but this can mean physically exit the Supreme Court, doesn't necessarily mean he's going to die. This can even mean that he's not feeling well and he's in isolation and he has to leave. Oh yeah, he's not happy about the way he leaves because then President Biden can pick up a Democrat. Oh, we'll see what kind of two-bit scam McConnell tries to throw. Oh, you can't do that because it's only a year. But remember, they pushed that Amy Barrett in within weeks after Ruth had passed. So, no, bull. You better fight, Biden. Okay. So they'll say no. They'll say you can't claim presidential immunity. I do feel like Trump is going to lose everything. Let's double check. Let's make sure. Now, we can't be joyful about that. Angel of light and mercy. Will Trump lose everything? I heard yes, he will. Oh, he's going to be furious. Remember, I saw his face turn beet red like a balloon, like he was going to blow up. Will Trump lose everything? Well, not everything, but at least in New York. Here's the decision, and they're taking away his keys. They're taking away the keys. And he thought he was rich, but justice will come for him. You know who else is going to hit him hard is the lady that's suing him in New York for the assault. He's going to get hit hard by that too. He's going to hustle. He's going to have to sell things. Rudy's really going down too. Let's take a look at Rudy. He's definitely, it's all about money. And a lot of his money was fake. So he shouldn't have lied about it. You shouldn't have lied about the money you had, because now they're going to take that too. Let's look at Rudy. That thing will go through. That junction will go through. And he will go to jail if he dares say anything else about him. They almost love to say, come get me. Tell me what I can tell everybody about Rudy Giuliani. He will get Rudy showed with the death card too. So Rudy's about ready to come into some health issues. He wants to be significant, but he's not. He's going to cut his losses. He's going to have to sell things. They're on him, and they're on him and even after he dies, they'll be on him. So it's just not working out for the guy. I even see him I don't know where his son lives, if his son lives with him or he lives with his son, but I see him living with his son. He's gross. He's gross. Okay. Somebody asked, Dwight said, how come everybody's so negative about the economy? And by the way, gas is $2.50 a gallon in most places. I just read a nice lady in, where was she? She was in, I can't remember, but Texas, 251. Okay, here we go. The Dow Jones, although that doesn't determine the economy, but the Dow Jones is up to 37,557. It went up 251 points. Okay. Hello. I've never seen it that high. Okay. So when are people going to get it about the economy? However, that guy with the beige pants that comes on MSNBC, he was on there today. I usually turn him off because I'm sick and tired about Trump winning. Oh my God, the numbers are changing. What did I tell you guys? And by spring, it's really turned around. But he, Steve is his name. He will tell us, he was telling us that based on the age group, now Biden is like 3 points difference with Trump. Biden is 3 points ahead with the young people. And the young people are kind of what helped Biden over. But remember, the young people they're going through some stuff right now. And then the ones that Trump won, the elder, aren't going to be voting for him. You know why? Because they come from the old school. A lot of them knew what their parents went through, World War II. They don't want no dictator in there. They don't want no Hitler. So, yeah, the younger people will go through. Now, I got an email from someone that said, you know, Linda, I've been watching you faithfully, and I'm very surprised that you're not supporting the Palestinians and that you are supporting Biden. I said, you obviously haven't watched all my videos, because no, I've been saying it. What's not right, what's happening with the Palestinian Hamas. Palestinians are not Hamas, and Hamas has taken them prisoners and made them use them as pawns. And I talked about that, but I also talked about the fact that Netanyahu is the demon there, and Netanyahu needs to go. Although Israel did not deserve the terrorist action, it's just so weird that they had intel knowing that they were planning this. And also they said it took them 13, 14 hours before any military went out there to help save people. Why did that take so long? Do you see what I'm saying? Something's off. But then what? Don't vote for Biden? No, vote for Trump, who wants to get rid of every Muslim in this nation. No, I'm not worried about Biden not winning. I don't know how I could be so confident. Please forgive me, but I'm just so confident that that Biden's going to win and Trump is not going to win. So, okay. So the young kids, younger kids, they say blow it up. They don't care, blow it up, blow up the nation. They're kind of looking for a fight, but it's going to change. Don't worry. Okay, of course, I lost my space here. What's up with the January 6th shaman grief with Matt Gaetz? Will this continue as the Republican Party folds on itself? Shaman's grief. I wonder what that means. I will tell you, after they get Donald Trump for insurrection, that's when Jack Smith goes in and gets Matt Gaetz. What's his name? Jim Jordan, the whole bunch of them. And they know it too. They've heard word. Because there's still some snitches in the FBI. I hate to say it, but there's a couple of people might give a little intel underneath the table. Of course, if he finds out about it. Oh, hell no. So don't worry about Matt Gaetz. And I don't think that Ted Cruz is going to win at all. I'm not seeing him. I'm seeing him losing. Texas is in for some surprises. And apparently that governor tried to say that, oh, we're going to arrest. The police have my permission. Well, Mexico works with the feds, and the feds are what deals with illegal immigration. Governors are not supposed to. So he's going against the Constitution. So I don't know what's going to happen. I know it's out of control, but you've got Republican Congress who went home for Christmas. Okay. In the meantime, the Senate's sitting there trying to figure out how to make this happen. Now, they're not going to come to a conclusion till after the new year, but at least they're working on it. And these nomads over there, I saw that guy write something on something, Douglas. I saw him write something about, they're, the Democrats know this and they know that. And I said, yeah, in the meantime, you're sitting at home and guess who's back there working behind closed doors on this? Your senators. Where the hell are you? So I don't want you guys to worry. They will come up with, there's going to be an application that's going to take place. I see some sort of brainstorming. I see somebody come up with maybe even sort of machinery type thing. There's going to be something that's going to come up, you guys, that they're able to really keep an eye on who's coming through. I mean, Texas puts up with a lot. There's a lot of states that have the Mexican border. And Mexico needs to keep more assurance that they'll keep people in, but they really don't care. That's between us. But what's going to happen is people will say enough. They're going to take care of it. But let me tell you what, my friends in Florida, gas is $2.51, or $2.50, but you can't get no produce in your grocery stores. Well, I wonder why. Because aliens or migrants aren't going to work there. Okay. Okay. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Okay. I just want you to know that we're going to come into a real good place, probably by April, May. Things are going to change over and you guys will say, oh, Linda, oh my God, you were right. I thought I would ask something non-political. Matthew Perry passed almost two. Can you try to channel him? Well, Matthew Perry died of an overdose of a drug that's actually used to help you get through things. I don't think it was deliberate. I never felt from him that he was, I just felt it was an accidental. He might have used a little more because he was thinking he was titrating because apparently this stuff can give you a little bit of buzz, this ketamine or whatever it is. And I feel like, you know, he kind of enjoyed it because he had an addictive personality. So let's see if I can get him. Matthew Perry. Matthew, are you there? He's kind of in a rehab energy, like he's going through the changes, because he did not want to be dead, that's for sure. He's got a lot of people that love him over here, and he wants everybody to know he loves them. He says, I love you. Oh, he's in paradise. It's beautiful here. He looks like he's looking at a grand landscape, just gorgeous. A grand. Hold on one second, you guys. He's loving his new body. His energy is very fast. He's talking to some masters. He's wide open for anything he can learn. And it was a total mistake. His body was injured. And I don't know what that means. Maybe he already had something going on inside of him, but his body wasn't quite right. He had abused it, he told me. So he's doing good. Now, I want to tell you guys something. Hold on. I want to tell you that the DC Circuit Court that is listening, Jack Smith went to them because Trump tried to say, no, they can't they can't decide on immunity. And yeah, they can, but he went to the DC Circuit Court. Jack Smith went to the Supreme Court. And so now the DC Circuit Court said they'll hear arguments January 9th. I want to know if the Supreme Court comes back and gives us an answer before January 9th. Will the Supreme Court come back? Yes, they will. Will they come back right before? Yeah, I feel it's January or the end of this month. I'm feeling it's coming up. I keep hearing 6. So I don't know if it's January 6th, which is weird because that's when the big thing happened. Let's look at my thing. January 6th is actually a Saturday. Maybe it's the 5th or 6th or even the 8th before. So, okay. All right, you guys. So let's go back to where I was. Here we go. Listen, the Netherlands, I don't want you to worry because they'll about ready, because I don't know who this person is, that right-wing person. He's going to do so much stuff that people are like, hell no, get out. Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking about Merrick Garland. Sage said, I was wondering if you could look at Merrick. I haven't heard it from him or seen, you know, he was exhausted by all this crap all this crap that they had him in Congress for. I just heard that he's under watch because there's a lot of death threats against him. And because he's Jewish, it's even double it. I don't know if you guys saw Rachel, you know, God, I love my Rachel, but she can be such a Debbie Downer. And she was talking about all these God awful. And didn't I tell you guys that we were going to get a lot of terrorist threats before the election, probably even after the election? But there's a lot of terrorist threats. They're threatening to bomb airports, synagogues. It's anything. I don't know why such a hate for the Jewish religion, but they're threatening constantly. And I think Merrick Garland, like that, I don't know how many threats. They're not going to say it out loud, but I think he's getting threatened all the time. But it's just a terrible way to live. Here you are in the United States of America, and you can't be comfortable in your own synagogue. Now, a lot of them are all fake. They will find the people that are doing this. I don't care how they thought they were going to be wise. I see Intel getting down on them. I see Intel stopping a lot of it. But still, it's that energy that you have, that you live in this world where people are just, you know, it's okay to be Christian and celebrate Christmas and God-fearing, God-loving and all this, but you can't be Jewish. What did Jews ever do to you? So I don't get it. I don't get it. So will the, okay, hold on. I just got breaking news too. I guess France just passed an immigration bill. Well, I'll take a look in a second. Can you please read on Merrick? Okay, I did Merrick Garland. Don't worry, Justice Thomas is gonna live. Will the lava flow in Iceland hit the power grid? Will the lava flow in Iceland hit the power grid? This has no, which is great news. Maybe they'll even pour water on it or do something as best as they can to keep it off. I think the Trump properties will be auctioned off. Okay. Hold on. Netanyahu receive enough pressure from other countries. He's stuck. He thinks he's king for a day. Netanyahu is not leaving on his own. I feel him being escorted out. You know, it was so funny. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember when that Trump, Trump was planning on sitting there and not leaving when he got voted out. He was not going to leave. They said, well, are you going to leave? We'll see, he said. No, he had no intention. He was just going to sit there. And I told you that the top brass came in, including the military, and said, sir, if you don't get out of here, we will have to physically pick you up and drag you out in front of all cameras and everything. And he wasn't going to have that because he has a little bit of ego. But he was, but you guys remember people were doing little memes of him sitting at his desk and they're pushing the desk and rolling it out of the White House. I thought that was so funny. He's not getting back in, and he will be shocked because he really thinks he's going to win. Okay, so against a lot of asking if Clarence Thomas, Clarence Thomas is going to go. I do see Florida turning blue. I told you guys. I told you guys that I had that flash of Rachel Maddow, Nicole Wallace, and Joy Reid sitting, in front of the camera. And then one of them turns and says, Florida has just gone to President Biden. And they're all looking shocked, like, whoa. Okay, so Florida turned blue. Ooh, Brenda said, a federal judge in New York just ordered the unsealing of documents in the Jeffrey Epstein case. That would make public the names of his associates. Do you actually see that coming to fruition? I see people writing. I see attorneys already threatening. Don't you dare open those up. I just saw that. There is some big names in there. That Derwitz or whatever his name was, he was a big part of that. I don't care how much he acted like he was innocent. Let's look. Ooh, it will. The sun is on it. It'll come out in the open. 10 of Swords. A lot of anger, a lot of, a lot of openings, a lot of people in trouble. It's going to be surprising, actually. So that will come out probably within a month or so. There will be people fighting it, though. People with big money fighting it. And there's more to come, but they'll have to hold back the ones who are petitioning that they don't release it. That's what I just saw. Even somebody like the guy that gives money to Clarence Thomas is in it. I don't know if he's directly in it or associated or something. And that Mothers for Liberty, she's eventually going to go. I heard the 911 call of her girlfriend calling in saying that she had been assaulted. Her friend had been assaulted. Yeah, the guy he's going downhill. The Republicans have, chased him off, and she's next. Oh, any updates on Disney and DeSatan? So I've been telling you guys that I felt Disney wasn't going to drop it. I feel Disney's not going to drop it. I feel that Disney is going to keep going forward, and they will hit DeSatan so bad Florida suffers. Because that could be why Florida turns blue, because I'm feeling like there's some sanction or money he's going to get hit with for screwing with him. And he acted like, oh, well, let's just call it a day. Nope. L to the no. Do you think, Patricia asked, do you think public will be getting disclosures on UAP soon? There's a lot of disclosures already going on, and they're showing themselves left and right. I don't see a nationally televised event occurring. That could be a few years away, but they're coming through pieces by. Just watch any of those paranormal shows. Oh, wait a second. Breaking news. Colorado Supreme Court, Trump disqualified from GOP primary ballot. I was wrong. I kept seeing them saying he has to be. At first they said no. Remember, they said no, he can still be on the ballot. I am totally wrong, you guys. I felt, well, other North Carolina and Michigan and them, they did say no. But this is huge. This is huge. The Colorado saying nope, can't be on the ballot. Very interesting. Now this will go to the Supreme Court. So I wonder if the Supreme Court will turn it over. It doesn't matter. It's a hit. Whoa. I was watching my Laurel and Hardy because I like to be in my downtime, and Laurel Stanley told something to Laurel. Which one? Okay, and he said something, and he said, "You don't believe me." Which means I don't believe you. He said, "You don't believe me." Oh. Oh God, Jack Smith has studied the Mueller report, probably knows it inside out. Ooh, breaking news. I love this, you guys. Hell yeah, you were here with me. Let me get this baby up so you guys can. It's the first court to find the disqualification cause of the 14th Amendment applies to Mr. Trump. He's ineligible to hold office again. The Colorado Supreme Court ruled on Tuesday, accepting the argument of the 14th Amendment disqualifies him. In a lengthy ruling ordering the California Secretary of State to exclude Mr. Trump from the state Republican primary ballot, the justices reversed a Denver district judge's findings last. So Denver said, no, he can be on there. Ooh, this is going to get bigger, you guys. Hold on. There was another breaking news that I was going to look at. Oh, France. Let's look at this. Macron compromises with right to pass an immigration overhaul. I'm so sorry, you guys. I wanted to tell you, I felt Biden doing the same. The French leader was elected twice on a vow to keep populism at bay, but his bill received rare support from the far right, setting off a crisis. France Parliament late Tuesday approved an immigration overhaul that was made tougher under right-wing pressure, securing a legislative win for President Emmanuel Macron, but risking a political crisis for a leader elected twice. It received 349 votes in favor and 186 against. Hi, you guys. I don't know if you heard my doorbell ring. I'm like, who the hell's coming in? And it was my pet pest. He wanted to know if he was spraying today. I said, no spray. It's raining outside. Okay. So that's what France is doing. So we will, I can't go to France. I was there and I was sick the minute I stepped off the plane. My friend Patricia Arquette, not Patricia Arquette, Patricia McLean, my psychic reader. She said, whatever you do, don't go to France. She had a bad past life there. And boy, was she right. Okay. Listen, I want you to know beyond a reasonable doubt that January 6th will be persecuted. They will all be found guilty. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So listen, you guys, I'll be back for sure. For my members on Thursday, I have the 3 card. And for Andre will be with me on Friday. Tomorrow I'll be gone because I'm doing the bunko party. And then I have a birthday party too, I think. Party, party, party. So I love you all. Don't worry, Netanyahu. Somebody, Patty just said, is Netanyahu going? Yeah, he's going. I'm telling you, they will look at him with anger. It's just like he needs to go. But please don't write me and ask me why I'm for Biden after what he's done. No, he hasn't done nothing. He's the president of the United States. He's not president of Israel. And everybody knows since the 1990s, Netanyahu never listened to any advice. Never. So I love you all, and I'll be back. Cheers.